Happy Friday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama hunting out with a new message for us for this week. Happy 2018, you guys. The new year is here and we are into our first week already. And it's been amazing. Lots of crazy shit happening. I feel like I say that all the time. So before we start all the messages and the reading and everything, I want to always start by thanking those of you who subscribe, like, share the videos here on YouTube, as well as my daily card reads on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you guys. Thank you, those of you who have chosen to support and donate to the channel and to what I do here as part of my mission. So thank you. And also those of you who've reached out for readings and healing sessions with me through the holidays. Thank you so much. Okay, so the new year is here. Yay, 2018. And I want to start by talking about something that came up with myself as well as many other people that I've spoken to over this last week. And there were a lot of releasing, let's say. I don't like to use the purge word, but releasing and triggering and situations that came up for people through the holidays, but more specifically New Year's Eve, New Year's Day time. And you know, this was part of, and then we had like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then we had the full moon, the super moon on the next day, on Monday. So it was like, I think it was what, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or something like that was the holiday. And when that all came up, a lot of us, not all of us, a lot of us of the feminine collective were hit with this this issue that came up for them about disappointments and where things that they were holding on related to these disappointments from their own lives that they had been carrying, whether it was from childhood or adulthood, and it hit a lot of us in a big freaking way. And we had to clear that before the end of the year, or before the moon, really, is what came in with that. Because most of it came up on New Year's Day for the people that I spoke to, as well as for myself. And really, it was a time to step back from seeing the things that your twin has done that have disappointed you in the terms of the relationship, and really, again, going back into that place of that mirror and seeing that all that is a reflection of disappointments that you are still carrying, whether it's how you've disappointed yourself or disappointments that you have been carrying with you, hurts and pains from the past. So we were called to clear that before the supermoon on Monday. So if any of you went through those similar situations, that's what it was about. That's what was going on, you know. And if you're still having issue clearing those things, get some help. Reach out, you guys. But really dig back into, where did you hold feelings of disappointments that were related to your life around the holidays, around New Year's, you know, going way back. I know for me, I was able to dig way the hell back to when I was a kid, carrying things that I didn't realize that were disappointments from the holidays, from my birthday, from New Year's, and then also repeated patterns of that into my adulthood, that were just reflected right in my face from my twin. And I was like so thankful for that, because although I got upset, and although I got triggered, and although I got really weepy and very confused by the whole situation, I was, you know, within a very short period of time, I was able to turn it around, make myself vulnerable to my twin, explain what was happening for me and why I was having such an emotional reaction to something that he didn't really understand or even know about, and turn that situation around and process it through and release it. So really, you know, and whether you can process it with your twin or not, if you're at the place where you can, great. If you're at the place where you're not, write it out. Journal that shit out, and put the words, the feelings on paper. Read it out loud. It makes it real. It brings it into your consciousness, and then it allows you to let it go when you see it in your face. Okay, so that was kind of the energy that was going on around the new year. What also has happened with this super full moon, the divine masculine is truly, you know, they made it through the holidays in these very 3D superficial ways. They really wanted to try to make the best of the holidays. And yet there was still this feeling of something missing for many of them. They also are getting, you know, a louder and louder wake-up call. They are feeling more feelings. They are, you know, shit's just happening in their lives, you guys, that, you know, they will not associate or relate to the journey or the process, because like I said, their process looks very different than ours. But what it is that shit's just going wrong in their world. You know, like, people are freaking out. They're having, you know, having to deal with all of this crap that they don't normally have to deal with. Things are breaking. Things are just a lot of crap is being dealt to them. They don't understand, and what they don't see is it's all part of their foundations crumbling. And things just needing to be dealt with, and showing them where boundaries need to be set, and all of those things that come up in the journey. Okay, also, and that's going to kind of play into the reading, because we still have the underlying energy as the Tower right now. And this has been now for a couple weeks, just shit's coming up and things are just not really stable. I want to talk about the name of this video though for a minute. What did I name it? I think I named it Time to Chill. I really wanted to name it It's Time to Chill the Fuck Out. And that's mostly for the divine feminine right now. Y'all have to get into a place at this point where you know your truth. You know who your twin is. And that's got to be enough. Okay? You got to let your twin, your beloved counterpart, your divine masculine, do their shit. Okay? Taking the time to step back and honestly focus on yourself, give them the space they need, energetically give them the space they need. They've got so much fucking going on in their lives, and they're feeling the pressure. And the divine feminine needs to, like, you know your truth, you guys. It's like time to just sit back and allow divine timing to take place. So many of us have done our healing, like major levels, and really what we're waiting for is for everything to kind of just settle down, for us to come into a place of just a peaceful balance. And there's no reason at this point why the divine feminine should not be or can't be sitting back, drinking a cup of tea, enjoying her life, planning her plans, and really just being happy in her own life. We know the divine masculine is coming. We know they are doing their work. We know our unions are fucking guaranteed. Okay? As long as you're on the cycle of having faith and believing in this. So it's like, it's time to stop fucking worrying, you guys. Put all of that aside and just live your life and let it be, and be happy, and be there and be present. Because what's happening is we are so focused on union. So many are focused on union, and they want it, and they want it now, and it's been so long. But you know what? It is happening. Okay, there were tons through the holidays of messages I got from twins coming back into union. And real union, not like union separation again shit. Like we're talking like, you know, they've left their karmics, they're moving into a closer vicinity of their twin. All of these things are happening. But you've got to be in this place of sitting back and chilling and just surrendering, you know, knowing and confidently knowing, not hoping. Hoping is a totally different fucking thing. You've got to be faithful, which means you know beyond a reasonable doubt, 110 fucking % certain that this is what you are destined for. Okay? And it doesn't matter how, and it doesn't matter when. It really fucking doesn't. It will manifest. It is manifesting because it is part of the divine order. It is part of the divine will. It is part of our soul contracts that we have written and accepted as part of our journey. It's why we fucking came here, you guys, to do this shit, to be in union, to get into mission with our twins, and to literally allow our lights and our gifts and what we have to offer the world change the course of the events that are going to happen. You know, this is truly about allowing our love, allowing our hearts to shine so bright, to lead by example, to help awaken those who are being called as the next phase of humanity starts to wake up. You know, we are there to set the examples. We are there to live as the role models. Even if we are there to be the healers and the way showers. And you've got to step into that. You've got to step into that energy and that power. And in doing that, all you got to do is like relax, be your authentic self, you know, and shine and show the world how you can live an honest, pure, heart-centered life in this 3D fucking world that is crazy. It's chaos, but it can be done because we are doing it, and we are meant to show this. So the divine feminine, you know, chill out, do what you got to do for yourself. Allow your masculine. I don't care if you've been on this journey for fucking 15 years, or if you've been on this journey for 6 months, and you can say, my masculine's had all this time, and blah, 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 blah. But the simple fact of the matter is, the divine masculine has not been ready to rise, okay, until now. The divine feminine had to do all this work. And really the last 2 years is where all this work has been done. Okay, so the 15 years prior or the 10 years prior doesn't really fucking count. Okay, that was like a merry-go-round that you guys were just fucking on, because energetically nothing in the universe was really lined up to allow these unions, to allow this deeper level of healing to take place, because we weren't ready. We weren't ascending really at that point. But in the last 2 years, we have ascended. The divine feminine has risen. This is our year to shine and step into that fullness. The divine masculine this year is doing their deeper work and coming into their power, and will be learning how to shine as they grow through this year. So relax, divine feminine. Enjoy things. You have the tools and the resources now to make your lives day to day, every day, happy. Okay? So let your masculine do his shit. Okay? Don't be all up in his business. Give him the space. Let him do his thing. And you focus on your mission and your work and your own stuff right now, your own happiness, because you have to be happy by yourself. Okay? You need to be complete and whole on your own in order to facilitate union even happening, because it is not up to our twin, our beloved counterpart, to come in and make us happy. Okay? They're just the cherry on top of the fucking sundae, okay? We got to be happy with our sundae fully and completely, with or without that cherry, okay? They just add to it. We have to be fully happy though on our own. So so I hope that that helps you guys. So the reading, let's talk about the reading. So what did I use? I used the Justice League Tarot. I love this deck. I love all my decks, you guys. But this deck is just kind of fun. So like I said, the first card I got was the Tower. And nobody likes the Tower. Well, but we should like the Tower, okay? Because the Tower, and in this card I love it because like the Joker is like setting the fucking city on fire. And I love that. Because the Tower means that change is coming. Change is happening. Okay, and with change, there's transformation, okay? Everything starts over. When you burn shit down, you get to rebuild. And rebuilding is a beautiful part, okay? It helps everybody. Like, it's just like, it helps all of us have a clean start, okay? It's like this fresh page. You know, when you buy, like, I get super excited, and I know this is gonna sound weird. I get really excited going to like the office supply store. I love buying notebooks and binders and notepads, and nothing feels better to me or gets me, like, it's crazy, I know, but like opening up a brand new notebook with like fresh paper and getting to fucking start all over, right? And this is that Tower energy. Shit's gotta change, shit's gotta burn down so we can start fresh. So this is our fresh start. All of this energy is giving us this in the beginning of this year now, our fresh start. That clean notebook page. And what I do want to add to that is this month, January, is we've got 2 full moons. So we've got the full moon that happened on the 1st. We've got the new moon in the middle, and then we have another full moon on the 31st of the month. These moons, this moon cycle is going to be incredibly intense and quick moving. Okay, it is going to, again, the Tower is staying with us. So it's really, these moons are really rocking things for people and making them feel this energy, especially the divine masculine. There was something else I just wanted to say, and it completely slipped my brain about that. So, okay, whatever. If I'm meant to talk about it, I'll get back to it. Okay, so that's the Tower. The underlying energy is that Tower energy. So the first card we have for the divine masculine is the 9 of Swords. And normally in the Rider-Waite, this is the dude with like all the swords in his back. But what I love about this, okay, 9 of Swords in this deck is like, this is like the Tower energy just fucking with our minds, fucking with the divine masculine's head. They've got so much, and I don't know how close you guys can see that card. But this is like Robin from like Batman and Robin. And this dude, this bad guy, villain guy, he's got like his fucking claws in his head. And he is just like tearing Robin's mind apart. And that's what this Tower energy is doing. It's really stirring up the masculine's thoughts. Swords are about thoughts. And it's really wreaking havoc on their minds. And really, like, it's like shaking shit up, stirring the pot. It's like they've got all of this stuff in their heads and they don't know what to do with it right now. And it's almost like, and it's not just union stuff. I mean, like, literally there's so many things going on in the masculine's lives right now. Their lives are incredibly complicated. and they are being pulled in all different directions, and they don't know what the fuck direction to go to first. So they are very much in this Nine of Swords energy and trying to get a hold of everything that's going on in their heads. And what's really beautiful about that is the next card for the Divine Masculine, because, and this is playing into, I know that I said that like this is the reading for the week, and I believe that for some of the Divine Masculine, this is going to all come into like order for them within the next week. However, there are going to be some that take longer and the energies are going to take some time. But the next card for the Divine Masculine is the Queen of Swords. So the masculine goes from the Nine of Swords, which is like, you know, fucking freaking out in their heads, to the Queen of Swords, okay? This Queen of Swords is sitting in her office chair. She's the fucking boss. She's got her thoughts under control. She knows how to take charge. She's got her shit figured out. I don't know what the fuck she's got in her hand, but it's like a smoking gun, okay? She knows how to now pull the trigger. And like, she's got her fucking hand on her head. Like, she's got this shit figured out. And she's pulled the trigger on that smoking gun. Which means that the masculine has been able, or will be coming into being able to, get control of their thoughts, pull in the reins on their world, and know where they need to pull the trigger first. So they will be much more sorted out and balanced in their minds, in their thinking. And what I love about the Queen of Swords is, you know, she's the queen. She's not just the king. She's got all this compassion. She's got that feminine, gentle energy in pulling together things. So they're thinking from a feminine perspective. They're able to get their thoughts under control with their emotions also. Like thinking from a heart place, which is beautiful for the masculine. Now, I also want to say that the Queen of Swords is also the divorce card. Okay? It's also the card of the ending of certain situations, divorces, marriages, and karmic contracts of that sort. So maybe the Divine Masculine is pulling some triggers on that. I don't fucking know, but that could also be, if your masculine is with a karmic still, they could be going through or pulling the trigger on separations, or you know, plans on moving out, or getting all of their thoughts straight on that, or letting their partner know, like, this is done, you know, we're gonna figure this out, but we're going our separate ways. So that's also something that I was guided to share with you guys. Okay, so the next card for the masculine is the Page of Wands. And this Page of Wands is really kind of cool. I mean, the Page of Wands is a really cool card, but it's about passions, okay? It's about the 3D physical world. And it's about seeing what you desire, okay? Wanting to, you know, like, for me, like, they're saying, like, this mask is this precious treasure, okay? It's this heartfelt desire to have this, okay? This is a gold mask, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's actually attainable. So it's like, as the Divine Masculine pulls the trigger and gets his thoughts in order, he now sees the things that he wants, his desires, his passions, as attainable, as being able to be held in his hands, not out of reach anymore. He can actually touch it, feel it. It becomes real, okay? The last card for the masculine is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles speaks again of 3D real world finances. And the Seven of Pentacles is, in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot, the dude that's standing in front of the bushes with the pentacles in the bushes, right? And he's kind of got his hand on it, or his chin on his freaking, what's it called, the shovel thing, or the hoe, or whatever it is. And he knows that this process is going to require patience. bringing all of this, okay, all of this into the real world is going to take some time, okay? Again, divine timing. You know, but they are patient. The masculine understands the need to be patient and move this forward in the right way. They're not in a fucking rush. They're not in a rush at all because they know they have to strategically plan out their steps. And that's what they're being guided to do. So they know that all the work they're doing will allow those pentacles to grow on their bushes. And they just have to be patient and allow that to happen. Okay? So the first card for the feminine is, which is kind of cool, is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay? And the Nine of Pentacles in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot is the beautiful woman standing in the garden with all her pentacles growing on the trees, and she is just like got the Spirit of God with her, and she is confident and secure in seeing everything that she has planted growing and prospering. And that's where the divine feminine is right now. Okay? That's why I said we need to just chill the fuck out, you guys, because the Nine of Pentacles, she is abundant, she is prosperous, and she is confident in that. She is all dressed in yellow. She's in her solar plex energy. Now, this card is the Black Canary chick, I believe. And I don't really know much about her backstory because I am not all into all the Justice League heroes. But basically, she knows she's got it going on. She knows everything is in her power. It's almost like in this card, like she's down here at the bottom and she's got her whip. And she's kind of like wielding her whip and drawing in all of this beautiful yellow energy, which is the pentacle energy, okay, into her 3D world. She's like lassoing up, that's what they're saying. She's lassoing up her abundance in all areas of her life, okay? Next card for the divine feminine is the Hermit. And I love this because this talks about chilling out, being still, okay? Allowing your higher knowing to rule you, okay? You are getting your divine messages, but you can't hear them if you're chattering away, if you're too busy. Stepping into that place of stillness, chilling the fuck out, putting your feet up, grabbing your freaking tea, okay? And literally just knowing your truth. And allowing that truth to spill out in everything around you. It's like it comes in to you and you can then pour it back out for the universe. That's beautiful energy, you guys. Absolutely beautiful energy. And really connecting. You know, they're saying not just sucking in the information, but like they're showing me like you got to pour it back out. You got to, everything you're bringing in, you've got to share, okay? You've got to share, sharing by example, allowing all of that to overflow to those around you, whether that be, you know, a lady at the grocery store or another twin on this journey, sharing your knowledge, sharing what you know with others. Okay, allowing it to spill out. So the next card I have for the divine feminine is the Moon. And the Moon card's been coming up for me almost all week in my daily readings because this Moon energy was a super moon. Okay, the Moon was in Cancer, very watery energy. What I love about this card is not only does it have the full moon, but it has the crescent moon, as we move into the new moon cycle. And that's really just talking about things becoming clearer and clearer, okay? The moon illuminates the darkness. It shows you the things in your world that need clarifying, okay? It's also, again, connecting to that higher intuition. I mean, like, there, you know, the stars, the moon, this all goes together, you guys, in really allowing us to see past the darkness, to go deeper. That's what I wanted to talk about, ascension. Okay. So that's what just triggered me. You know, we talk about ascending, and I'm going to go to, because I remembered it now, I'm going to share it with you. We talk about ascension and rising into higher levels, but really what ascension is bringing in those messages, bringing in the universe and that energy into ourselves so we can expand. I mean, we're not really going higher necessarily. It's more of an expansive energy. So it expands our consciousness. It's not an actual like raising this way. It's more of just an expansion of where our unconscious minds almost like become smaller and our consciousness grows larger. And that's what's happening. Okay, this is that conscious expansion. This ascension process is the expansion of our hearts, of our minds, of our consciousness on a completely different level. And the moon is allowing us that expansion. It is feeding. It is like the fuel, the nutrients we need to feed that expansive energy. You know, and also the moon is the feminine energy. It is that divine goddess energy, which makes the magic, which allows us to attach to our inner knowing and our intuition and trust those things. That's what's making the shift. Okay, that's the place we need to be in, is that beautiful goddess energy of allowing our intuition to lead us. Okay? Allowing it to guide our way through the dark, through the night. And the last card I have for the feminine is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? So we go from the Nine of Pentacles, which is rounding up and lassoing up all of our abundance, into being the Queen of Pentacles and actually having everything we need. And that was something that's been promised to the Divine Feminine and was shown that 2018, especially the beginning of 2018, was going to bring in for us, was allowing us to actually tangibly have the things that we need in our finances, in our careers, in our missions, in our lives. And I want to talk about just something briefly on that, because, you know, so many people, you know, they're having financial issues. They are, you know, they're scraping by, they're getting their bills paid, but they don't have a lot of extra. And I messaged with one of my clients / friends today, and she brought up this amazing example, and I want to share this with you guys, because she's so true and so right in her thinking, her thought process. And her example was, she needed to buy tires for her car. She needed 4 fucking tires for her car. They were going to cost $1,000. She really didn't have the money for it, but she knew she had to do it. And she joyously and happily said to God, as she bought these tires, you know, God, I know I need these things. I know these are for my safety. These are for the safety of my children. And I joyously and happily spend this money, this $1,000 to put these tires on my car. And I don't feel bad about it. And I know, and I have faith, Father, that you are going to keep my children and I safe, because this is something I need to do. Lo and behold, okay, because her attitude was so faithful and so positive, and she put out to the universe that it was okay to spend this money, that she was going to find a fucking way because it was the highest, greatest good for herself and for her family. God provided her with an unexpected fucking check out of the blue for more than the tires even cost. So not only did she get back what she spent, but she got back extra. And that's being the Queen of Pentacles, okay? That's the fucking shit I'm talking about, okay? So when you get your bills And you go to the mailbox and you go, oh fuck, look at this. I got the phone bill and the electric bill and my car insurance bill and my mortgage has to be paid. Fuck that. Don't go up. Go yay, because I have the money to pay these things and God is going to continue to provide it. And write those checks out or go online and pay your bills from a place of joy and happiness. And not like that, ugh, like, oh God, I gotta pay my mortgage this month. Fuck that. Be happy. Be happy. I've got a house, I've got a roof over my head, and I'm gonna pay this because this is great. And my world is beautiful and wonderful. Change your thought process and change your thinking about this stuff. That's how you become the queen. That's how you step into your abundance and your prosperity. And you need to do that across the board, not just with your finances, but with all things in your life. Okay, last card we got, you guys, and this is super awesome. This is the Union card, and it just, like, I wanted to cry out of happiness, joyfulness. It's the Lovers card. Okay, so if you have any doubts about things fucking coming together, you guys, put them aside now. Okay, our unions are promised. We are the eternal lovers. Okay, we are coming together. I mean, like, look at this. Look at the beauty, these couples on this card. We are coming together. We are coming together with our twins. We are meant to be in these relationships, okay? And I'm not just talking about the love story part. It's the most amazing love ever, okay? It is the most challenging fucking love ever. It is, but we are meant to be together. Because our love and our light together shines so brightly, it will change the course of events. It will change humanity. And you got to be faithful in that. Okay, you guys? So, I believe that that's everything I needed to talk about. Anyone who wants to reach out for readings, please go to my website. If you would like to donate to what I do here, the information is in the box below. Those of you who support me on Patreon, I will be doing a, I believe it's kind of like a heart expansion, either meditation or healing kind of light language thing that I'm going to be doing for you guys in the next couple days. I will get that posted, and that's just special for the Patreon people. And that's it, you guys. And thank you always for being here with me and sharing your process with me. I am sending you all so much love and light, so much gratitude and blessings. Always beautiful souls. Baby, I love you. Have a great week. I love you guys. Mwah. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.